You can't leave ambiguity on the table, especially if you're remote from each other.
What do Indians need to do to stand out in global companies, right? Because their bosses could be overseen in the global organization.
See, I think a certain amount of empathy is required. It's not about that, some people are out to get you, or they don't understand what I say, or or whatever. That impedance mismatch, if you may, it exists everywhere. It's not in India or somebody in non-India. It's really about understanding each other. Have you built a relationship? I think it starts with that. Once you build relationships, you get to know each other. And that's where the empathy aspects comes in, right? You understand where somebody else is coming from, and hopefully the other person is starting to pick up where you're coming from. Once relationships get built, then it's easier to say no to something, right? Or say yes to something, or jointly agree that, hey, this is the priority that we want to work on. But I think where I see sometimes things break down is lack of communication. Like I said, somebody is not sure whether you said yes or no, and they're walking away. Clarity is important. Be sure that to play it back, to say, hey, here's what I think we agreed on. I hope we're on the same page. And it doesn't matter if it's your boss or your boss's boss, or up the chain or down the chain. Clarity of communication and agreement on what is the outcomes that we are trying to jointly achieve, for what outcome or what purpose. I think these three things are pretty, probably important, right? If you leave it up, you can't leave it ambiguous, irrespective of who you are. It doesn't matter if you're in India or wherever, right? You can't leave ambiguity on the table, especially if you're remote from each other. So I think that is very important to start building a relationship, clarity of purpose, clarity of outcome, and clarity of agreement on how that outcomes will be achieved together. Who's doing what and in what time frame. Right? I think so. These are the simple framework that actually helps going in a long way in building that trust and credibility with each other.